'Cause maybe I'm just addicted to the things I like and the way you move in circles run round my figure eight, always running off.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing this Crease makeup look. I actually had no idea what I was going to be filming when I started this. I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna do a video today. I'm gonna get the 35O palette out, and then I was like, I honestly didn't think that this was gonna happen. So I hope you guys like it. It actually isn't that hard to do, and there is no liner because I know some of you don't like the liner situation. It's kind of like a full face glam with a cut crease. I've got lashes on. I just thought I would go all out. Anyways, if you're not already, go and subscribe to my channel. Click that button down below. If you're not already, follow me on Instagram and Snapchat. It will all be linked down below in the description box, as well as all the products if you want to know what products I used. Anyways, if you'd like to see how I get this look, please keep watching.
Starting off fresh faced, I'm spraying my face using MAC Fix Plus, of course, before priming using the NYX Photo Loving Primer, and I'm applying that onto my entire face. For an added glow on the outside of my face, I'm just patting on the Laura Mercier Radiance Primer, as I really do love the glow that this one gives. Then I'm going straight onto foundation today using the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in Natural Beige, applying that the usual way with my Real Techniques small foundation brush onto my entire face, as you can see. And then I'm also going to, of course, be blending this in with my damp beauty blender.
Just addicted to.
Once I'm done with my foundation, I'm then creating an eye base using the Bareminaral's Bareskin Concealer in light and applying that over my eyes, and as you can see, shaping under my eyebrows, and then I'm going to be blending it in again with the damp sponge. And then to set my eyes, I'm using the Maybelline Matte Maker in Classic Ivory and the Real Techniques small contour brush. Now onto eyes and the Morphe 35O palette, of course. Firstly, using the caramel shade and the Morphe B42 Bullet Crease brush and applying that directly into the crease. Then I realized I needed tape, so I added that on as I really wanted to get that sharp line. And then applying the shadow again directly into the crease, and then, as you can see, bringing it all the way to the tape and then softening up the color using this Coastal Scents blending brush. Using this dark red brown shade and my favorite flat stiff brush, I'm starting from the outer corner and going into my crease and bringing it all the way into the inner corner. As you can see, really trying to cut that crease. It's not super neat though, because we are going to go ahead and again blend it using the B42 brush, and then again I'm going to use the Coastal Scents brush. This really takes a lot of blending and applying color, as you can clearly see. And then I wanted to darken it a little more, so I added more color, which I do quite a lot throughout this look. And I like to go in and add more definition and blending, as you know that you can't really always get it perfect, especially when you're going for a smoky look. You can't get it perfect first off. Using the same brush and this dark brown shade, I'm doing the same thing again in the outer corner, deepening up the crease, bringing it about halfway across my eye, and then creating that triangle effect and bringing it along the tape to the lash line, but not filling it all in, and then blending it again with the same brush to soften those lines and diffuse the colors.
Pick up the pieces I found. We're living our lives half asleep, living our lives.
And then, of course, I wanted to deepen it up again. I really wanted to be extra smoky, so I went and grabbed the same brush and added more color, and then went ahead with blending, just creating that triangle look. Now for the lid color and the prettiest, shimmeriest white shadow, I'm using this small Real Techniques brush and applying that neatly onto my eyelid where there isn't color already, and then I'm also going to be applying that more into the inner corner. I also always like to use my finger, as I think it applies the color the best and makes it the most pigmented. It's just not the best for precise application. Then I went ahead and neatened up the crease by blending and applying more of the darkest shadow into my crease and just neatening that up, as you can see. I wanted to bring the shadow up a little higher with the red brown shade, and I applied that just above my crease, as you can see, blending it to the tape and towards the brow bone and upwards. Then I also went ahead and cut the crease a little bit more, brought it in a little bit more, and then I needed the brow bone highlight, so I used the same lid shadow. As you know, I love a good brow bone highlight. Now I'm done with the shadow, it's time to remove the tape and clean up the fallout before adding some Maybelline Push Up Mascara. For lashes, I'm using some Ardell Demi Wispies for some extra added drama, which I love them so much. And then I'm covering up my lash line using the Kat Von D tattoo liner and also thickening it up a little as well. As you guys know, I like to thicken that line up. Then onto concealer, I'm using MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NC20, applying that under my eyes and all the usual places, and then blending with my damp beauty blender. Again, as you can clearly see, you guys know the drill. And I've been loving my LA Girl Cosmetics Pro Conceal in Chestnut as a liquid contour and bronzer lately. In case you haven't noticed, I've been using it a lot. As you can see, I've applied that around my forehead, and then blending it in with my damp sponge again. And then also I use the Real Technique small contour brush if I apply a little bit too much product, because it also helps blending. And after that, I also used it to contour my cheeks and add a little bit more definition. I love using a cream contour if I want to go like full glam. I then used the Maybelline Matte Maker in Classic Ivory to set under my eyes, and of course, as you can see where I put the concealer on my forehead and nose, and I used MAC Medium Dark to set the rest of my face in this usual patting motion that I always do. Of course, for the glam look, we are going to do some baking using the Laura Mercier Loose Translucent Powder and this flat dry sponge, applying that under my eyes, on my forehead, along my nose, my chin, and I'm also going to be contouring in the hollows of my cheeks today. I don't always do that, but as I mentioned, full glam today. Then for a powder contour, I'm using the Benefit Cheekthon palette and the Hoola bronzer, which I think is the perfect contour shade, and this brush that came with the Cheekthon palette, and just giving it a real good contour on my cheekbones and up more into the temple. Anyways, I'm then going to remove the baking from the hollows of my cheeks because it doesn't need to be on there for that long while I wait for the rest of the baking. And I was actually using the same flat brush I use on my eyes to contour my nose, and had to make sure that that was wiped clean, or that would have been a big disaster. Let's be honest, I've done that before. Anyways, I am then going to remove the baking from my forehead, and then I'm going to blend in the nose contour just to make sure you are neat and doing these up and down motions if you are going to be doing a nose contour, because you want it to look neat and not all muddy. Then removing the under eye baking, as I always leave this on for the longest amount of time. I'm using the same Maybelline matte maker, and then I'm patting on again using MAC Medium Dark. Going back in with the Benefit palette and the bronzers using Hoola and Dandelion and the H&M brush, I'm applying that as a bronzer, as you can see, onto my cheeks. For some added shimmer, I'm using the Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick in Bronze, which I haven't used in a lifetime, but it just added that little bit of extra shimmer, really glowing look. Going back to my eyes in the caramel brown shade and the Morphe Bullet Crease brush, I'm applying that to my entire lower lash line, and then grabbing the Maybelline 24-Hour Gel Pencil Liner, lining my waterline, and also getting that onto my lower lash line, especially on the outer corner, to smoke it out. To smudge it in, I use the Sigma Short Shader, and after that I'm grabbing the darkest brown shade that I used in my crease and the same brush, patting that on the outer corner and sort of going halfway along. I also grabbed the shadow lid and applied that in the inner corner as well. And then I'm going on to highlight, of course, surprise surprise, using Becca Champagne Pop and my Morphe fan brush. I am layering that up on the tops of my cheeks, the tip of my nose, as well as my cupid's bow. After that, I'm applying some mascara to my lower lashes before going into lips. For lips, I'm using MAC Lip Liner in Boldly Bare to line them, and then I'm going to go ahead and use the Stila Stay All Day Liquid Lipstick in Caramello, as it is one of my favourite all-time neutral shades. Then of course setting the rest of my face using good old faithful MAC Fix Plus to make sure I don't look too powdery and I look nice and glowing.
And here you have it. This is the finished look of the day. I'm sorry that I didn't do like a chit chat video, but I just really had no idea what I was doing and I didn't really want to give instructions on. I was like, am I doing this? Am I not doing this? So I hope you guys liked it. Please give it a big thumbs up if you did. Subscribe to my channel. Let me know in the comments down below what you would like to see next. Hopefully I will see you all very, very soon. Bye.